I would now like to call for the laying of the wreaths. First wreath on behalf of RNU. Next wreath on behalf of Cogas. Next wreath on behalf of all the Heron. Next wreath on behalf of Henry J. Republican Food Bank. Next wreath on behalf of Gangar Republican Food Bank. Next wreath on behalf of Carja RNU. Final wreath from the Dog Republicans. I would now like to call for the lowering of flags and the pipe up as well. Now, I'd like to call for a minute's silence for our fallen heroes. Thank you. Now I would like to call on former Blanket Man and Ard Collier member Gary McNally from Shaban to deliver the main oration on behalf of the Republican Network for Unity.
First thing I'd like to say, I think I'd like to thank the Colour Party and all the bands for coming here today and participating in this momentous occasion. I'd also like to extend our condolences to a member of RNU's father who died this morning, Laddie Hope from Belfast. Carja is a camaraderie. It's an honour to address this gathering today as we're here to remember the sacrifice paid by the volunteers from the Dundalk area. And it is at times like this that I feel there are not enough words to describe how much we are indebted to them and all our volunteers who died throughout the country. But what we can do is reflect on their sacrifice and what that has made us become. It has given us the courage to carry on the struggle for which they so violently died for. Me, personally, I find it embarrassing at the times that gets to be called an ex-prisoner. The reason being that I got the chance to return home to my family. Our comrades who lie interred in this graveyard and all throughout Ireland did not have that opportunity. I was lucky. Yeah, when I began to write this, I thought I knew about Dundalk and its history. The reality is, I knew very little. This town is steeped in legends of the Fianna and the Red Knights, great escapes that have passed in the Republican folklore, and even what happened here in 1922, the reinterment of 6 volunteers. And if people think back to that time and look at what happened in the 80s in Milltown, you can draw some comparison. Below the crest of Dundalk, as a motto is translated into English, and it means I give birth to Cuchulainn. Dundalk has given birth to many brave sons and daughters who had a vision of a free Ireland, socially, politically, and one of equal justice. But there's one factor here that we should not forget, and that is the ordinary people of this area, who for generations opened their doors, put food on the table, and sheltered volunteers. Yet there is no epitaph for these ordinary people, but they were, and still are today, the backbone of the struggle. Tom Barry, in his book Early Days in Ireland, wrote how a flying column marched for 2 days to a house, a cottage in the mountains, and a woman invited them in. She had 7 children, and her husband was shot dead by black and tans. She took their coats off them, she dried them, and they woke up the next morning to the smell of bacon and baked bread. The woman had walked 5 miles to ensure these men were fed. And as Barry later said, this is what struggle is about. And he was right. Struggle is about people, like the people from Dundalk who have supported republicanism down through the years. So we remember our patriot dead. We must also remember that without the people, no army can exist. And when I think about this and what the people of this town have given to the struggle, Martin McGuinness was on TV saying how he missed his own bed and his family, and how he stayed in a £650 a night hotel, travelled through Brazil and America. The reality is, he was going home to his family. The people who are interred in this graveyard today cannot go home. The people we're here to remember are neither are the people who have died over the years, giving comfort or succour to the volunteers who fight the war for national liberation. For us in RNU, we are like all Republicans, forever in your debt. We believe that we can and will continue to struggle for the vision that they all died for. To the Republican community in Dundalk, we are also indebted to you for giving us this opportunity to pay homage to the patriot dead of this town, country, and all our comrades throughout Ireland. But should we walk away today, we should walk away today with hope in our hearts. The cracks are appearing in the so-called peace process. More and more people are becoming disillusioned with the Bert and Ernie show, i.e. Robinson and McGuinness. But I have one question for all the people of Ireland. It is through in our faces day and daily that the Irish people voted for the Good Friday Agreement, which is not working. But the question is this: how many people voted for the St Andrews Agreement? These secret talks between Sinn Féin and DUP, do we know what went on or what was agreed? The answer is nobody voted for it. No Republicans. And they dare to call us traitors. There's no traitors in this graveyard today. The only thing we can agree on here today is that people who lie interred in this graveyard died for a free, just and equal Ireland. That is not up for negotiation. The real Republicans in Dundalk, Belfast, Derry or Dublin haven't gone away, you know. Dundalk, thank you for playing a major part in this struggle, and thank you for letting me speak here today. But please remember this: where we all go our separate ways, don't let their deaths be in vain. Gorma Elgit.
Thank you, Gary. I would now like to call on the national anthem to be played by Gann Guard Republican Flip Band from Scotland.